Well, let's talk MVP.
Ooh.
NFL MVP. We are getting close. There's
We're
only a
almost
few only a few games left. We've got, I think it's down, there's 3 people. You say Lamar Jackson's got to be at least in the hunt. But I think he is in a third place position. You have Josh Allen, who's done some pretty awesome things. And you have Saquon Barkley. Who do you think's the MVP?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. And now,
here's the deal. If Saquon breaks the record, then they're going to give it to Saquon.
okay.
There's no way that they're going to be able to make an excuse to not give him the MVP if he breaks the record. If he breaks the record, they're going to have to give him MVP. I don't think they have a choice at that point. Now, I could be wrong, and I could just be blowing smoke up Saquon.
Yeah.
But I just think, in my opinion, if someone breaks a record that's stood for that many years,
Yeah.
I just think there's no way they don't give him MVP.
Do you think it, but what about them saying, yeah, but you have an extra game? So it takes it away.
I don't think it matters.
What do you think about like factoring the Super Bowl into, and whoever goes to the Super Bowl into that conversation? Like, if you have a Bills-Eagles and one of the teams win,
Well,
do you think the MVP will
they
factor
announced,
that in?
no, because they announced the MVP before that.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's supposed to be a regular season award. So what is it? It looks like Eric Dickerson, right?
Yeah.
2,105 yards. I think Saquon is at 1,688 or something like that.
Yeah.
So he's at 1,700 yards.
He needs like 130 yards a game.
That is very feasible. Now, the problem will always come down to, and this hurts people, is the last game of the season. Do you want to play or do you not want to play your starters?
Realistically, they'll have to.
They might have to, yeah.
Well, this is the thing, is no matter what, the Eagles will have to. So just to kind of give you a playoff picture idea, the Eagles need the Minnesota Vikings to lose one more and the Lions lose one more to get the first seed.
Okay.
So that means that
They would almost need them to lose 2. They would
have to
To
then lose
go
2
ahead.
games to
Right.
then be able to sit Saquon. Does that
Right.
make sense?
Yep.
So basically, even if those
Yep.
teams lose ahead of time, they'll still end up playing the Week 18 out because they don't want to lose their positioning.
So Saquon has almost 2,000 yards, all-purpose yards, because he has, what was it, like almost 300 yards receiving
Yeah,
and almost 1,700 yards on the ground.
I think he's over 400 receiving yards.
Oh, is he? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I looked at something and I thought I said about 300, but you could be right. But I mean, that's awesome. I mean, it's a dual. He's truly a dual threat. He
So-
can do both.
He has one extra game technically,
Yeah.
aside from Eric Dickerson.
Yeah.
Eric Dickerson did that record in 16 games.
16 games, right.
Yeah.
Now they play one extra game. So that's why I was wondering, I don't know if people, because it is different, but
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, okay, but then see that's where you have to.
but
you have
Josh
to,
Allen's not breaking a record that's even,
Yeah, but you also have to draw a line with the 16 game thing, because this is the thing, is when Eric Dickerson was playing 16 games in 84, he was the Rams' total offense.
That's what I was just going to
Which
say.
means he was not only playing 16 games, he was playing the full 16 games.
It-
You can make an argument that Saquon hasn't had to play a full 16 games.
I think what you'd want to do is look at the per rushing attempts each time.
See, there you
Back in that day, running was way more prolific than
Yeah.
passing. So they had running backs that ran the ball a lot more. So that would be something you could go back and look at. But Josh Allen has had a killer year, 3,400 yards, 25 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He's also had almost 500 yards rushing and 11 touchdowns.
Okay, so Saquon's current yards per carry is 6.1 yards. When Eric Dickerson broke the record, it was 5.6.
Yeah.
So he's almost 0.5 more yards per
I
carry.
wonder what it can. I wonder if we can look up how many per game rushing attempts per game.
Yeah.
It was a different game back then. Everything about it was a different game.
Yeah, I don't know that we could look at
But
that.
regardless, unbelievable year. So one of them's going to get it, and we might see them in the Super Bowl.